In this video, we're going to look at how we can use mental math to multiply and divide by a power of 10. We're going to show you what's happening with using the place value chart. So when you multiply by a power of 10, you move each digit to the left on the place value chart based on how many zeros there are. So we're going to look at 4 examples, and each one we're going to start with 85. So the first one we're going to do is 85 times 10. Since there's 1 0, we're going to move each digit one place to the left on the place value chart. So the 8's going to go over, so it's 10 times bigger, and the 5 is going to move to the 10s. So it opens up the 1, so it becomes 850. Then we're going to start with 85, and this time we're going to make it 100 times bigger. Since there's 2 zeros, I'm going to move each number to the left 2 places. Here's 10 times bigger, and here's 100 times bigger. We'll add our 2 zeros in, so it becomes 8,500. In the next example, if we start with 85 and we multiply it by 1,000, there are 3 zeros. So each digit will move 3 places to the left. This is 10 times bigger, which is another 10 times bigger or 100 times bigger, and one more place to make it 1,000 times bigger. And so it becomes 85,000. In the last example, I jump up a little bit. I take 85 times 100,000. Since there are 5 zeros, I'm going to move 85 to the left 5 places. Here's 1, here's 2, 3, 4, and 5 for it to make it 100,000 times bigger. If I add my zeros, I end up with 8,500,000. So that's multiplying by a power of 10. Now we're going to look at what happens when you divide by a power of 10 or take part of the number, which means the same thing. You move each digit to the right on the place value chart based on how many zeros there are. So I'm going to go back to my original 85, and we're first going to look at taking 1/10 of 85, which is the same thing as 85 divided by 10. Since there's 1 0, I'm going to move each digit one place to the right, so it becomes 8 5/10. I want to take 100th of 85. It's the same thing as taking 85 divided by 100. So I'm going to start with my 85, and I'm going to move it 2 places to the right. That's 10 times smaller. And another place makes it 100 times smaller, or the 100th the size. So I end up with 8,500, or 0.85. The last example is if I take 1,000th of 85, it's the same as taking 85 divided by 1,000. So I start with my original, and I'm going to move each digit 3 places to the right. There's 10 times smaller, 100 times smaller, and 1,000 times smaller. And then I put my 0 in the 10th place. I end up with 85 thousandths, or 0.085. I would like you to try the practice problems on the next thing on your website.